Fishin' Affliction. Hello.
It's time to wet a line. It's Fishin' Affliction time for those who got it bad.
Well, mom and dad's grab the kids, it's time for the fishing show. Me and the big dog's gonna go catch them down at the fishing hole. Well, you better stick around, cause you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Grab your hats, grab your baits, don't forget your poles. We're gonna fire up that old Ranger boat and head to the fishing hole. We're gonna try to catch a biggin', yeah, that's what we're wishing. Cause me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Yeah. Yeah, and we've got it bad.
I've got that fishing affliction.
Hey, I'm Art Depot, and I've got that fishing affliction.
Hi, I'm Denny Brower, and I've got that fishing affliction.
Hey, I'm Mark Menendez, and I've got that fishing affliction.
I'm Bobby Lane, and I got that fishing affliction. Hi, I'm Chris Lane, and I got that fishing affliction.
I'm Shaw Grigsby, and I got that fishing affliction.
Just like me. Here, fishy, fishy here, fishy, fishy here, fishy, fishy here.
That's a better fish right there. And he got off. That's number 5.
Well, folks, it's time to wet a line because it's fishing affliction time, and welcome into today's episode, part 2 of Big Grass, Big Bass, as we continue with our summer series of fishing the legendary Kentucky Lake straight from the HD video vaults of Fishin' Affliction TV. And a little later, we've got something for hunters only as I make a trip to Poindexter's Bait Company in Gallatin, Tennessee to get ready for this upcoming archery season. Today's Fishin' Affliction product spotlight is on the ever-powerful batteries made by Deca. And if you can't get enough Fishin' Affliction TV, then be sure to subscribe to us there at our YouTube channels. And at the end of the show, you'll meet the Fishin' Affliction Facebook Friend of the Week. So sit back and enjoy this HD video vault presentation of part 2 of Big Grass, Big Bass, fishing on the legendary Kentucky Lake, right here on Fishin' Affliction TV. Well, folks, last week on part 1, the big dog and I were mowing through that big grass there on Kentucky Lake with his beautiful Ranger boat and that powerful Mercury motor, and heading to the secret fishing hole to start catching some fish and having some fun. And boy, that's exactly what started to happen, for one of us anyway. First Kentucky Lake fish of the day. He's not a monster, but he's fun.
Yeah.
Caught on the Rage Monkey. Rage Monkey on that strike key.
Well, you've been catching a few on that. So.
Yeah. All right. Pretty. Beautiful fish, huh?
Yeah, and we've got a perfect morning, man. I mean, we've got low light conditions, just a little bit of chop. I mean, perfect morning to start out. So.
You want to use my bait?
Maybe by the end of the day.
Another good one, big dog. This one feels like a little better fish. Big dog. How about that? Look at there, huh? Oh, another nice little fish.
Oh yeah, that's a good chunk. Well, that's the second one in forecast. So.
Isn't that neat? Kentucky Lake. What a healthy lake. What a fun lake.
All right, so are you going to start boxing any of these for the end of the...
You know, I didn't think about it.
Yeah, you can.
Is that a boxer?
Well, you can box it for the time being, but I hope by the end of the day it won't be a boxer.
Boxer it is. He's on there, big. Oh,
he's bigger than you
bigger
thought
than
he
what
was.
I thought he was, big dog. Hey, you know what? Oh. This is just like fishing old hickory, big dog.
Only with the fish. Only with the fish. The reason Dan's laughing, everybody, is he's made all of 10 casts. He's caught 3 fish and missed 2 others.
Big uns.
And I told him we're going catching today. We're not going fishing. So
oh my God,
I'm having fun watching him hang fish.
Oh, folks, Kentucky Lake.
It's a bass factory.
Oh, come on down. Come on down. Now, while I was in the back of the boat having a great time catching those fish, the big dog was in the front of the boat having a few issues catching his fish, which I couldn't help but make a little fun of.
Dang it. Dang it.
The perils of filming.
You know what? Oh, that's 2 I've lost in a row. That's not very good, is it? Not very good at all. All right, back to work.
That's when you want me to leave, isn't it? You want me to go to the back of the boat?
No, I want you to go out of the boat.
Well, did you see the way the guy in the back of the boat's catching them with frequency?
Yeah, I have seen that. He's doing an excellent job today.
And they're pretty good with the camera work, evidently, right here. Just got a really good profile shot of you.
Well, thank you so much.
We like to call this the profile of a disappointed fisherman. And folks, on the big dog's very next miss, well, it was time to get philosophical. Later, not even. Oh, that's a nice fish, big dog.
Confucius say, when you see frog on the outside of a fish's mouth, you net him. It should be better than that. Okay, there's number 4.
That was a dandy fish right there.
Yeah, and you know what I'm glad? This in tournament day, that's what I'm really glad of. Because if I've got to have what's commonly referred to as the losies, if I've got to have the losies, then I want to have it on a day where it's not going to be getting in my pocketbook. Here he comes in.
Finally, it was time for the big dog to bring one to the boat. And that's when the challenge was issued.
Better than he was. He tricked me. But he ate the froggy.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
They're really dark color, and that's from that. I'm going to tell you, they really got teeth, and they're really a dark color.
You know what I noticed, though?
What?
I've got 2 in my side.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll see how many you got there at the end of the day, I guess. That's fishing.
Wow. Wow. Well, maybe a little early morning jealousy in the boat, folks. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure about that. Well, after the challenge was issued, it was time to get back to throwing those Strike King topwater baits in the big grass, trying to catch those big bass.
Get him, big dog.
You gonna net him?
I'm up here. Probably losing like I've done the last time.
That's a beautiful fish, big dog.
Yeah, it's a little chunk. It's a good solid large mouth right there. We just switched areas again. So this one is a boxer. Because I don't want Dan to just have all the fish in the box.
You gonna put it on my side?
No, I don't want to put it on your side. I'll put it on my side. We'll have separate sides today.
Well, folks, the wind is starting to pick up as the competition is starting to heat up. And in a moment, we'll be right back with some more fishing action from the wilds of Kentucky Lake. But speaking of in the wilds, let's go see some pictures from this week's
In the Wild.
Well, folks, Mac and Becky have sent some great pictures of their granddaughter, Anna, who's seen here doing a little early morning fishing on Old Hickory Lake with her dad. And here's Miss Anna again with a couple of catfish that she caught by using that big smile of hers. And folks, one thing you need to know about Miss Anna is that if you go fishing with her, she's probably going to catch the biggest fish, no matter who she's fishing with or what she's fishing for. Folks, you can send your pictures to pics@fishandaffliction.com and be sure to upload them to our Facebook page, and maybe you'll see them right here on the big screen.
In the Wild. Your pictures in the wild.
At Strike King, it starts with the concept. Next, it's all about perfecting the prototype. Finally, it's about catching a dream.
This is a new prototype crankbait we're working on. Strike King. It's called a 10XD.
Strike King 10XD.
Wow! A 5-bass limit!
Perfection to 25 feet and beyond. Catch your dream.
Smyrna Ready Mix is an established company that handles business daily with integrity and professionalism. Whether you're a general contractor, professional builder, or a do-it-yourself homeowner, SRM has your concrete solutions. With several convenient locations in the Middle Tennessee area to serve you, the only call you need to make is to SRM, ready to serve you with integrity and professionalism.
Fishin' Affliction's Facebook trail for those who've got it bad. Brought to you by Smyrna Ready Mix.
Well, folks, Facebook. Most everybody's on it, and everybody's heard of it. And if you haven't liked Fishin' Affliction's Facebook page, then we urge you to do so you can be a part of the ever-growing community of Fishin' Affliction fans and participate in our weekly contest, upload your pictures, and even post your tournament trail results there at our Facebook page. Designed to keep you interactive and informed, it's the perfect way to communicate daily for those who've got it bad. Our thanks to Smyrna Ready Mix for sponsoring this segment of the show, and now back to Fishin' Affliction TV.
That's a good solid large mouth right there. We just switch it.
You want to put it on my side?
No, I don't want to put it on your side. I'll put it on my side. We'll have separate sides today.
All right, folks, you heard the big dog. He's going to start putting fish in the live well on his side. So that means I've got to get back to fishing with those great Strike King baits to see if I can put a few more in my side.
It's fun. That is going in my side. Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Okay.
Hold on. There he is.
All right, good deal. That's a good chunk.
Isn't that pretty?
I guess you're putting that in your side too.
I might have to put it in your side because mine's getting filled up.
No, don't put him in my side. By the way, I just want to inform you that the DWRA limit is 5 fish, so when you hit 5, you have to quit putting them in the boat.
Well, I'll tell you what.
cull. You can cull.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, go ahead and put them in your side. We'll just see what kind of streamer you fish.
I want to see what I got. That's number 4.
That's 4. You're close to finishing out your limit, aren't you?
You know, it's not an everyday thing, especially where I've been fishing.
Hey, I'm liking it, man.
That's fun, isn't it?
Hey, it is 10:15.
10:15.
All right.
And the Bass Ninja?
And you've called a limit of keepers. I mean.
Oh, I have. I've got probably 3 or 4 limits, don't you think?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And you talk about poaching. That was poaching.
Big dog, why would I poach a fish that size?
You didn't know it was that size when he hit me.
Why did I want to poach a fish that size? I don't want your little fish. I want the big.
Yeah, you want the other one that hit me over there.
I want the big fish.
Okay, well throw that little one back. I'm gonna catch the big fish.
Right.
And folks, the big dog would have caught a big fish if it wasn't for his cell phone.
That's a better fish right there. And he got off. That's number 5. Now, I went to pick him up, so that was my fault. Oh, well. All right. Hey, buddy. We do a TV show called Fishin' Affliction, so I was on Kentucky Lake, and I just had about a 3-pounder on. So, so I'm sorry, but I had to go reel him in and put him on camera. He got off right at the edge of the boat, though, so it didn't matter.
Well, folks, right after the big dog missed that one, he started doing some creative math and even made me start measuring my fish.
Oh, it might be 15 inches.
Oh, whatever.
It might be 15 inches. We're going to check that one.
Because that's the 6th keeper.
No, that's the 5th keeper.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I had 5.
Hold on, I'm going to measure this and I'll make everything. Come on. Here's the board.
What's it say? You tell me.
16 inches.
Yeah, okay. So, that's a nice fish.
Yes, that's a nice fish. All right, now you got a good solid limit. All right, now I'm going to do one thing right here because you were talking about how much weight do you think I got? Well, that's probably one of your medium fish.
What would you say? What would you say?
I'll say 2.3.
2.3. Okay. Tell me when. Ready?
I can't see it.
Oh, I'm going to shut it off.
And you can tell we're playing today, can't you?
You ain't kidding. Because you're normally, hey, fish, catch them all. All right, I got zeros on the scale.
All right.
And
2.2, 2.3.
Well, here it looks 2.1.
All right.
So,
And the
five,
reason,
so that's about 10 pounds, maybe a little better, maybe.
no, you got about 11, 12 pounds with you had some more quality fish than that, but they're all solid fish. No.
Folks, I didn't realize that the big dog had shut the camera off when I was just gonna talk to him about his one fish that he has in this side. So I'm just gonna show you. And it's a dandy. That is a dandy fish, folks. There is no doubt. A good probably maybe just under 2 3/4 pounds. Let's go to the the man side. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me just say that that's a live well full of fish.
I hope you keep back here playing around.
Well, when you do, big dog, it's only number 2. So anyway, folks, fun on Kentucky Lake, unbelievable. The fishery, especially when you're having, so much experience on the Old Hickories and the Percy Priest. Beautiful lakes to fish. We're not talking bad about anything, but I tell you what, just a neat opportunity for us to come down here and do what we're doing. Blessed to do it, and it's just awesome. So, all right, let's get back to what we're doing.
Well, folks, the Big Dog and I are having a whole bunch of fun fishing the legendary Kentucky Lake in the big grass, looking for those big bass. And in a moment, we'll be right back with some more fishing action. And when we return, we're going to head to Poindexter's there in Gallatin, Tennessee, as it's time to get ready for archery season for hunters only. But right now, it's time to head upstairs to the kitchen to see what Miss Vicki Porter's got cooking this week.
In the Skillet with Chef Vicki Porter is brought to you by Cleep.com, turning your precious memories into video treasures.
Welcome to In the Skillet. I'm Vicki Porter. Today we're going to cook an old classic with a new twist and some healthy substitutions. It's my apple dumplings. And now for the ingredients. You will need Granny Smith apples, crescent rolls, butter, cinnamon, Mountain Dew, vanilla, and white and brown Splenda. After cutting your apple into 8 wedges, roll each slice in a piece of crescent roll dough and press the edges together to seal it. Then put it into your greased baking dish. Next, melt your butter and then stir in your sugars, your cinnamon, and your vanilla. Now pour this delicious sauce over your apple dumplings. Now it's time to add the twist by pouring in your Mountain Dew. Now we're gonna bake this at 350 for about 35 to 45 minutes. After baking, it's time to sit down and enjoy this classic with a twist. You can find this recipe at intheskillet.com and be sure and click on the YouTube icon to see this video as well as all of my other In the Skillets. I'm Vicki Porter. Tune in next week to see what's cooking in the skillet.
As fishermen, we're predators, and fish are the prey. In nature, the best fishermen have one thing in common, their eyes. How do you turn your eyes into the eye of a predator? It takes 11 layers of lens technology and a new lens color to make the human eye emulate the eye of a predator. Stop buying glasses for the classes. Make yourself an alpha predator.
Hard to believe that fall is already almost on top of us, and if you haven't started getting ready for the hunting seasons yet, you need to. And probably the first thing you need to do is go get a copy of this right here. This is the 2013 Hunting and Trapping Guide that you can find all across the state at businesses that sell hunting and fishing licenses. Wildlife officers for TWA actually deliver this guide. They're our postmen this time of year, and they deliver it across the state about the thousands. So go ahead and get a copy of that. If you're a computer person, you can go to tnwildlife.org and you can thumb through it right there online, right there on the computer, digitally or electronically, right there, so you don't necessarily have to go get a copy, but most people like having a hard copy of this so they can see what the changes are from last year. For instance, what can you do or not do this year that you could do last year. I will tell you, in Middle Tennessee, there are some minute changes concerning fall turkey hunting in some of our southern Middle Tennessee counties, but they're really small changes, not a whole lot different. But you still need a copy because it's going to tell you when the season openings are for small game and big game. It's going to tell you about wildlife management areas, and where you can hunt or what you can hunt on them, the size of them, where they are, telephone numbers there. And it's also going to have contact information for TWA regional offices in here, so if you have any questions, you can actually call and talk to a person. But this is it. This is the guide, and on front of it is a smartphone, a picture of a smartphone, because the agency is advertising a new mobile application, and that's what I'm going to tell you about next week right here on Fishin' Affliction. I'll see you then.
On today's Fishin' Affliction product spotlight, we're going to talk about the ever-powerful Deka batteries. Deka has a battery for every application that you need. For your boats, your cars, your trucks, even your lawnmowers, they have a battery for everything that you need to power up. When we shoot an episode of Fishin' Affliction Television, we are on the water from sunup to sundown, and every second of the day, we are getting that power from our powerful Deka gel batteries. With that in mind, head on down to your favorite Deka dealer and get yourself a new battery for this new year and keep yourself powered by the powerful Deka gel batteries. And now, back to Fishin' Affliction. Welcome back to Fishin' Affliction TV, and this segment of the show is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. Okuma, high performance fishing gear. The ever powerful and long lasting Deka batteries. Seagar, always the best. Mustad hooks, stays sharper longer. Onyx life jackets and rain gear, keeping you there. FRABILL, trusted gear since 1938. Real Magic, the name says it all. Rugged electronic mounts provided by Ram Mounts. Wigwam Socks, the performance sock company. bbgmarine.com, and Tournament Wear. Look great, feel great, do great.
For hunters only. Brought to you by Fishin' Affliction. For those who've got it bad, both on the water and in the woods.
We are here at Poindexter's Bait Company in Gallatin, Tennessee. And although you can get all the fishing supplies that you need for a great day of fishing at Old Hickory Lake, that's not the reason I'm here. I'm actually here to get ready for hunting season, and it's the first week of August. Buddy Poindexter and Poindexter's Bait Company here in Gallatin, they have some of the finest archery equipment that you can get anywhere in the Nashville, Tennessee area. And I've ordered a bow, and Buddy's got it here. We're gonna get it set up, and I've got an older bow that he's refixing up for me and just getting it all ready to go for me for hunting season. Now, archery season in Tennessee starts the last week of September, and it's just the first week of August. But I'm telling you, it's never too late to get ready, and matter of fact, you should do it earlier than later, because a place like Poindexter's, they are outstanding at what they do, and they get extremely busy with everybody bringing their stuff to them kind of at the last minute. So I'm excited. The guys are going to help me today, Buddy and Scott and all the fine people here at Poindexter's Bait Company in Gallatin. Oh man, look, I've even got my camouflage. It's still got fish on it though. Fishin' Affliction. Hey, can't help it. But I'm ready to go. All right.
Well, as we walked into Poindexter's, it was time to find Buddy so he could tell us a little about the new technology that you can find in today's archery equipment.
Bow technology. How far has it come in the last, not even just the last 5 years?
It's been incredible what has happened in the last 5-6 years. The speed on them have come up tremendously. The size have gotten smaller. Most everybody's shooting a release now where they used to shoot fingers. String material's gotten better. Peep sights have changed. Everything about a bow has changed in the last 5 years.
And one of the big changes has been this parallel limb scenario.
The parallel limbs make bows a whole lot more smooth. There's no hand shock to speak of in most of the models that have parallel limbs.
And we were talking about it's just a preference whether it's a Ford or a Chevy. They're all great. All the companies from Hoyt to PSE to Matthews and everybody else in between.
Everybody had to step up to compete in the market. So every brand has got one out there that is really fast, it's really smooth, and a great shooting bow. So if you come in without an opinion one way or the other, we don't know what you're going to leave with, whether it's a PSA, a Matthews, a Hoyt, a Mission, whatever.
Well, I know one thing. I found everything I needed right here at Poindexter's in Gallatin, Tennessee, and you can too. And we're going to start working on a couple bows, my old Matthews and my new PSC. So join us for the journey here at Poindexter's. All right.
Well, folks, not only does Poindexter's have one of the finest selections of archery equipment that you can buy, they have a bow technician on site that knows what he's doing. Mr. Scott Hickson is a very successful tournament archery shooter, and he keeps up with the latest technology that's happening there in the bow industry. And with this vast knowledge, it didn't take him long to have this brand new PSE Omen shooting flames.
How about that? Don't you like it? Are you kidding me? Like it? You got to be kidding me. Unbelievable speed. Unbelievable, Scott. Unbelievable. And you know what we've been doing? We've been here with Scott. He's been so kind to take his time. And this is what he does. And he's here not just for me, but he's here for anybody that brings their bow in. Because I'm telling you what, this gentleman, he knows his stuff. Taking the time to make sure everything's right. We've had a couple little issues that we've just had to deal with. Like anything that you get, it's not going to be just custom built for you until somebody like Scott actually makes it fit what you need it to do. And man, I'll tell you what, unreal. Smoky. I mean, I'm gonna have to get asbestos clothes to wear because the flames coming off this thing. Since 1965,
my granddaddy and grandmother started in 65.
Folks, Poindexter's Bait Company in Gallatin, Tennessee has been serving the sportsman since 1965. Started by his grandparents and then later owned and operated by Buddy's parents, and then later again in 1999 being purchased by Buddy himself. Poindexter's Bait Company has been and continues to be an iconic destination for so many of us sportsmen that are fortunate to walk through the doors and hear some of those famous tales.
So how many tall tales have been told right there?
There have been more tales right there. And the vow and declare that it's the truth.
Come on down to Poindexter's here at Gallatin, Tennessee. It's been here forever and a day. And come share your tales down here. Come see Buddy, Scott, and all the fine folks. Evan's here. Just a wonderful bunch of people here at Poindexter's. And I'll tell you what, if you take that camera, Vic, you got to show them one of the main things, obviously, is the bait.
Well, folks, Poindexter's Bait Company is the kind of place that you walk in and they have everything that you need. Whether you're going to go fishing on Old Hickory Lake, getting ready for that early season bow hunting, or just have a tall tale to share, be sure to stop by and see Buddy and all the fine folks there at Poindexter's Bait Company. And when you do, tell them Fishin' Affliction sent you.
Lonely. It's lonely on that side. There is only one fish.
Well, folks, I've busted out into song and dance there on the legendary Kentucky Lake, having a whole bunch of fun with the big dog and catching a bunch of those big bass in the big grass. And on next week's episode, we're going to continue with part 3 of this certified fan favorite series straight from the HD video vaults of Fishin' Affliction TV. Our thanks to each and every one of you for joining us this weekend, and be sure to tune in to Fishin' Affliction TV next week and you'll see.
You want to have your own fish counting party, don't you? You don't want to just attend it, you want to host it.
Well, you know, it's 3 o'clock, so I better get busy if I'm going to have anything to count.
This week's Team Fishin' Affliction featured Facebook friend is
Chase Flutie.
And thanks for being our Facebook friend. For your chance to join in the fun and become an official Team Fishin' Affliction featured Facebook friend, simply like us on Facebook. And be sure to write a comment on our wall. As always, a big thank you to all of our national and local sponsors for providing us with the most advanced technology and highest quality products and services. Be sure to visit each of our partners online through the sponsor links page on our official website at FishinAffliction.com. And this is your old pal Matthew Gillen, the voice of Fishin' Affliction TV, hoping that you'll tune in next week, because there's no doubt that Dan and the Big Dog got it bad. They've got Fishin' Affliction for those who got it bad.
Oh no.
Didn't need to get that on film.
Where's the mother?
She's underneath.